shipping disruptions throughout the global chain supply that we are looking at. The biggest impact seen in the oil and gas sectors, and this is from the Persian Gulf that we are looking at. Do note that 1/3 of the global seaborne oil moves through the Strait of Hormuz, so that is an important point that we should keep a track of. Now, Strait of Hormuz primarily exports routes all the LNG exports from Qatar and UAE, and taking Qatar and UAE in consideration, they account for about 20% of the total global LNG trade. In fact, 2/3 of India's oil and half of its LNG imports flows via this route that we are looking at. So India will have to source its imports from alternative countries and shipping routes if they close this route or the escalating Iran and Israel tensions that we are looking at.
As Israel-Iran tensions escalate, ships will likely opt for alternative routes to avoid the increasingly volatile Strait of Hormuz. Longer shipping routes mean higher freight costs as fuel consumption by shipping fleets rises. This would inevitably mean higher prices for consumers.
Actual disruption on the Strait of Hormuz, which is basically the critical area that Iran is in control of, and through which I think almost 25% of all globally traded crude is actually shipped. In any ways, what we have seen is that shipping routes across the world, the Red Sea, due to the Houthi rebels in Yemen, the Panama Canal, because of the problems with respect to water levels, those anyways have been impacted over the last year or so. So this additional, disruption can actually raise the costs of transportation and can disrupt actual supplies to a huge extent.
Not only this, as crude prices rise, materials that are made with crude oil as the main ingredient will also get more expensive. Automotive and jet fuel, polymers like polyethylene or polypropylene, paints, tires, and lubricants are all derived from crude oil.
Iran and Israel have been locked in shadow war for decades. Remember, it's a very complicated area. There are a lot of interest and proxy wars, shadow wars happening all the time. Iran doesn't recognize Israel as a state, and we know that Iran has been accused of using proxy forces such as Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and the Houthis in Yemen to attack Israel.
On the flip side, a de-escalation of tension could push prices lower fairly quickly. In the run-up to the conflict, prices of Brent crude remained range-bound, near the $65 mark for weeks as demand remained sluggish. With global growth flagging, easing of tensions would once again draw attention to the oversupply. For now though, tensions persist. Bureau Report, NDTV Profit.